Early in the morning.
What's going on, the people? It's your boy Cam, Topical Juice, and we are back with the first video of the day. And as you can see from the title, we're going to be talking about Central Cee. More specifically, is Central Cee faking this roadman persona, faking the streets to promote his music, to get him to the position that he is today? Now, the reason I'm doing this video as a topic today is because I saw a tweet yesterday by a girl who basically slammed Central Cee for cosplaying as a roadman because he wore a tracksuit to his friend's wedding. So I'm briefly going to talk about the tracksuit wedding situation, my opinion on it, but the rest of the video is basically analysing Central Cee and whether he's faking it or not. So guys, let's done the waffling thing, let's get straight into this video, man. Press that subscribe button for me. It's road to 50k, man. R250, let's get there. Smash that thumbs up button for me. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm and pushes the video out to the wider audience. And of course, press that notification bell. I mean, what are you doing? I'll be dropping at different times, different days. Press that notification bell for me. It really means the world to me. Now, first things first, before I do anything, let me read you the series of tweets that inspired this video. Now, as you can see on your screen right now, it says here, I don't know who told Central Cee cosplaying as a roadman is cool, but he needs to cut it out and quickly. Wearing a tracksuit to a wedding is just odd, and the worst part is he lies that he's just being himself, laughing my arse off. She then continues, we've seen the cardigan and jeans, pal. This is not you. Be yourself, man. Somebody needs to let him know wearing appropriate clothing to appropriate events won't take away from his rap career. This constant cosplaying absolutely does though. Looking like a real unserious neek. Jesus, why is she so mad? We already know it's not the roadman look, but we also know that's exactly what these cosplayers are going for, hence the constant gun fingers to go with it. I said what I said for a clear reason. There's literally nothing very smart about wearing a tracksuit to your own friend's wedding. You guys need to stop giving him accolades for shambazzery. She then ends her little tirade by saying, for those asking / telling me I'm assuming, and then plays this TikTok. Cool, so first things first, this whole idea of tracksuit equating to roadman, let's push that out of our heads straight away. Tracksuits are literally clothing attire, so let's push that out of our heads, that tracksuits equal roadman. Now, what does a roadman actually mean? Because I've always disliked the term, I'm not gonna lie to you, it makes me cringe. For me, a roadman, yeah, is someone who's in the streets 24/7, someone who that's their career. So moving food is their career, putting in work on the streets for their friends, for their gang, whatever, is a roadman. Because there's levels to this street kind of stuff. I'm a civilian, always have been. I've been to university, I'm highly educated, you understand? But all throughout that, I've been getting up to no good as well, you understand? I'm a traumatized individual, you feel me? I was a hothead, a great angry growing up, very aggressive. Despite being in a good position and privileged by going to university and things like that, as I said, I still get up to no good. I don't talk about things that I've done in my life or people I've hurt or how I've been hurt and things like that because I don't promote certain things on YouTube. I'm not that guy. But if I wanted to rap about certain things that sound cruddy, I could, in theory. But I don't want to do that because that's not what I'm trying to push. I'm a civilian, you understand? But if you've had one foot in doing certain things and whatever, does that make you a roadman? Not me personally, not really. I'm a civilian, I've always been a civilian, you get me? But it doesn't mean I'm squeaky clean. You understand? So this whole roadman stuff, I don't really know what that means. Now, before I focus purely on Central Cee and his come up and things like that, I want to talk about him wearing a tracksuit to a wedding. Now, me personally, I wear a tracksuit to anything. I'm wearing a tracksuit as we speak right now. I wear tracksuit to cinema. I wear tracksuits to restaurants. I wear tracksuits to library. So I don't judge no one for wearing tracksuits. But if my boy rocks up to my wedding in a tracksuit, he ain't getting into the wedding. It's as simple as that. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be mad at him. He can be my best friend. I want to say best friend. I ain't mad at you. Bro, I love that trackie. You look good. You're not stepping into my wedding in that. But I mean, bro, you look good. Take some pics for the gram and I'll see you later. You ain't getting in my wedding with that. You know what I'm saying? Cool. So let's talk about his upbringing. Now, Central Cee comes from South American descent, like myself. I'm not too sure what part specifically. He grew up in West London, which is traditionally wealthy, but also poor. They've got that kind of, I mean, I always look at West London as like posh in it, but let's be real here. You've got cruddy areas everywhere, and West has cruddy areas. It's just a fact. There's cruddy areas there still. He went to school with Digga D allegedly. We know Digga D is active in these streets, so clearly some bad boys went to the school that he went to. Now, he claims himself that he sold party drugs, okay? But he also claims himself that he's antisocial. Now, how can you sell party drugs if you are antisocial? So you could argue there that, is that a facade? Now, who knows? But if we take his lyrics to be true, then he sold party drugs, so your MDs and things like that. Now, you have to go to raves for that. So you have to somewhat be social to want to step into those places, but he could just be doing it for money, who knows? But if we're to believe him, you could argue that he's on the roads, you understand? You could argue that he's a roadman. because he's selling drugs. Now, he's been making music for a long time. Now, I didn't know him until his Day in the Life. That's when I first heard of him and his freestyles that took him viral, which was pivotal moments that we're going to talk about, key moments in his career, especially with the marketing. But he was making music from 2013, 14, like kind of normal rap stuff. And he started to make a little bit of a splash in the music industry in 2015 times. So he jumped on 2 remixes, the Ain't On Nothing remix with J Hus, I believe. And then he was dropping Street Heat freestyles in 2015 and stuff. But he weren't really popping like that. But what I want you to observe in this period of his life is his attire. Whether he's a roadman or not, we'll get to that conclusion at the end. But one thing I will admit, and one thing I have identified, is this whole, oh yeah, I wear tracksuits all the time and I always have. You're lying there, bro. You're lying there. One thing I do know is you were in cardigans, you were in good ute attire. Do you know what I'm saying? You were in good ute attire, you weren't in no trackies. As I said, trackie ain't no bad boy attire, but we know in contrast to cardigans and shirts and ties, it's bad ute attire. Like as you can see on your screen here, you know, his hair's nice and long, he's rocking a Gucci belt and an Arsenal top. Now I ain't mad at that, I'm an Arsenal fan. I ain't mad at that, you stay wearing that, bruh. Now have a look at this picture here. Again, hair all long. He's got himself the Louboutins, you know what I'm saying? Red bottoms and bloody heels. These some bloody shoes, you feel me? He's got his little Gucci bag on there, you get me? So, you know what I'm saying? As you can see here, hair all long, posing in his Tommy Hilfiger jeans. You know what I'm saying? And again here, hair long, and he's got his little polo attire. And again, I mean, I think that might be a little tracky here, but I don't know, that might be just, that's a blue little, I don't know, that's a blue little number there. So this whole idea of him just being himself and always wearing trackies and wearing trackies to this red carpet event and wearing trackies to this wedding, I think you're forcing that element of things, you understand? But I think there's a reason for that, and we're gonna get into that right now. And the reason for that was his come up. So in 2018, that's when he evolved from his rapping stuff with his Ain't On Nothing remix and the Street Heat freestyle to his trap wave. So he dropped a couple songs, I think he dropped a song with Young Fumes, he continued it into 2019, he dropped a couple songs, his next up I think was Trap Wavy. But then, the pivotal moment in his career, guys, which I think is the moment that shaped his entire image that we see of him today, is when he started to go viral. Now guys, when he dropped A Day in the Life, let's see who really traps, let's knock off your auto-tune, now let's see who can really rap. Which is quite ironic because he was trying to build a whole career on auto-tune, but at least we know he can rap afterwards. But still, this was when he started to go viral. This is when I started to find out who he was. I didn't know who Central Cee was before that. He then dropped a preview of Loaded. If you guys cast your mind back to 2020, remember when Loaded previewed? It went viral. He then dropped Loaded about 2 weeks later, which is perfect timing. He's already bubbling, he's got anticipation, he's already hot off the momentum of Day in the Life. He then drops Loaded, and bearing in mind, these are on drill beats, guys. But he's keeping it simple. What made him blow up wasn't no fancy swag or long hair and all these tats. It was simple swag, and it was simple, like, music, basically, you know, on a drill beat. This is the bit that catapults him. Who remembers his car freestyle, where he did that quarantine freestyle or something in the car? It went viral. I think he was doing it on the Locked Up beat, Akon. It was just him in a tracksuit doing a rap in a car with his manager next to him, I think, or whatever. This period in his career is pivotal because of the image. He's on a drill beat. He's wearing simple clothes. In his videos, he's seen associating with certain people in his area. Now, bearing in mind, he ain't no gang member, Central Cee, but he's affiliated. I can empathize with that. I've never been in no gangs. Have I been in beef? Yes. But are my friends in this? Yeah, some of them do. So you could argue that I'm affiliated with certain people, but I'm not involved in nothing. During this time that he's coming up, he's been seen in videos with West London GMs, like from Shepherd's Bush and stuff, you feel me? So he's clearly affiliated with certain people due to his upbringing in the area that he's growing up in. So this is all creating an image. It's all helping him blow and get into the mainstream. It's now helping him reach a wider audience. It's reaching people in Bournemouth, it's reaching people in the States, it's reaching people in fucking Oxford who don't even know what trapping is. If this image is working for him, it makes sense why he's kind of pushed it going forward, you know, heavily on the tracksuits. It's the marketing as well. Guys, you have to remember, when he was blowing up and he was preparing for his Wild West mixtape or whatever it was, yeah, he was collaborating with Cortez, he was collaborating with Trapstar. Now, he got second on the charts due to his Trapstar collaboration, because every piece that you bought from Trapstar, it came with the Wild West CD and the cassette player, which counted as 2 purchases for his streams or whatever, 2 sale purchases, you get me? Now guys, the rest is history. Ever since then, he's been in a video recently with Drake. He's dropped that, I get something about my bitches gay. Something about that stick is gay. So I want to see a man topless, even the stick is gay. I mean, yeah, I mean, those bars are suspect even when they're, I know they're not meant to be sus, but they're fruity bars still. But still, he's blown up, he's gone to new heights. He dropped that LA freestyle where he was talking about he was talking about the UK slang and teaching UK slang to Americans. As I said, he was in Drake's video the other day. You know what I'm saying? He's blown. He's talking about Doja Cat. I want to indulge in that. You know what I'm saying? He's gone, he's clear. In conclusion, do I think he's been faking this roadman persona to make it? I don't necessarily think he's been faking it. I just think there's levels to this street shit, there's levels to this road stuff. Now, if we come full circle to the TikTok that I showed you at the start of this video, he was looking like a good you. You know, him and his girlfriend Danielle and all these selfies and hair posing and this, that and the other. I think you can be both. You know what I'm saying? I think you can be vulnerable with a girl. I mean, look, let's be real here. He was about 14, 15. That was like some old school prom time. So I'm not going to judge him off of his early life. I don't think he's necessarily faking it. I believe that he's affiliated with certain people. I believe that he's probably had to sell a little 1-2 pill there, here and there, little 1-2 powder here and there. Does that make him a roadman? Does it make him in the streets? Not necessarily. I think he's being true to himself. I just think he's pushing an image that we know does well marketing wise. You understand? He's tried all the kind of drip. He's tried all the cardigans. He's tried the trap wave. Yeah, bearing in mind, remember, DBE were doing all that as well back in the day. It wasn't really working. So I don't necessarily think he's faking it. I just think when he was blowing up, the image was him in tracksuits, spitting over drill beats, keeping it simple. It made sense. It just made sense. It was his time to blow and he capitalized on the momentum. And here we are today. Do I think he's forcing it at some events? Yeah, I do. Why would you want to wear a tracksuit at a red carpet event? Why would you want to wear a tracksuit at your boy's wedding? It just shows a lack of effort for me personally. It's not about, I'm judging him for wearing a tracksuit. Fucking wear a tracksuit where you want, cuz. But I'm just thinking it's a lack of real effort and kind of home training. You get me? I just think he's just being a typical celebrity now and doing his thing and pushing the boundaries a little bit. But do I think he's cosplaying as a roadman? No, because what even is a roadman these days? You get me? Like all these rappers that you think are road, they're not. A lot of civilians they put people in boxes. If you're rapping, they automatically think you're a bad boy. If you're a YouTuber, they automatically think you're soft. If you're a DJ, they think you're soft. If you're a music producer, you're not really about it. But what do we know? Most rappers are cappers. Do you understand? Most rappers are literally liars. Most people you think are about it ain't. You've literally got Caleb Dennis allegedly chefing up rappers, musicians, you feel me? You got cameramen doing dirts. Don't ever think that's someone who's a content creator or a comedian on Instagram or a TikToker or a YouTuber ain't about this business because you think rappers are or whatever. Most, you know what I'm saying? Most people ain't true. I thought I would just do a little deep dive into Central Cee, because why not? Now YouTube is my full-time job now. Let me know your thoughts, man. If you liked it, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up for me. If you stay to the end, what I want you to do is I want you to put the flag of the country that you are from and the music symbol next to it. So the flag of where you're from and a music symbol. Comment that so I know that you stayed to the end. Like, comment, subscribe. What the hell do I know, guys? I'm just a man in his 20s. I'll see you tonight for Love Island. Peace.